All right, fashion dolls. And we are back. We are back. We are back. I'm going to try this again. Hopefully, it works this time. And I'm able to see Andre. So, we're going to try, and I hope and pray that it works and I'm able to see him. So, we're going to give it a minute. Let me try to add him now. There we are. Now I can see you. Welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you back, my love. How are you doing? You're looking relaxed today, and I'm all glammed up over here. You're relaxed over
You
there.
look fabulous. You always look fabulous. You are an icon, and you're doing it for the fashion dolls.
Yes, and it's speaking of fashion, New York Fashion Week is going on right now as we speak. So I want to get your opinion on some of the looks. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It's been crazy. So
Yes.
much has been going on. Last night was the debate. I opened up the show talking about that. What are your thoughts on it, Andre? How do you think she did?
Oh, I think she killed it.
Yes.
I think she killed it. She mopped the floor with him. Girl, that place was clean after she was done.
Absolutely. And it's a few key takeaways. And then we're going to start dishing on New York Fashion Week that's going on. Uh, he told so many lies on that stage. So many lies. I thought Lindsay, the moderator, she did an excellent job. See, the thing is with people like him, he's intimidated by powerful women and powerful positions like that, such as a moderator or a president. Did you guys notice? Because I peep body contact and I pay attention to every single thing. Did you guys notice when she went over to shake his hand, he couldn't even look her in the eyes? That is very telling.
Yep. No respect for women.
No respect. And I think it was the cut. I posted something to my stories. The cut called it out, which is Donald Trump has no respect for women. And he's threatened to jail journalists or anybody who has an opposing view. Those are things that a dictator would do. I need you guys to get out here and hear him when he speaks on stage. He also made a threat to Taylor Swift saying that, oh, she's going to have to pay for endorsing Kamala Harris. I posted that to my stories. People Magazine posted it. So this is serious. This man is dangerous, and we clearly seen this in real time as he got unhinged. She created a bait, she baited him, and he fell right into the trap. I thought she did an outstanding job, and she stood back and she just looked. Because sometimes when it comes to a sociopath, someone who is that dangerous like him, you just have to sit back and look. But
Yeah.
overall, I thought she did amazing. She looked amazing. I love the power suit, which is why I wore what I'm wearing today with the structured shoulders because of her and Lindsay. This is definitely now the time for us to make our voices heard. We have 54 days remaining until election. And I need you guys, if you guys are not registered to vote, please go out there and get registered. Go to vote.org, check your voter registration to make sure that you're good and set to go this November 5th. Because this election could be our last election, according to him. We would never vote again. So it's important. And if you guys haven't read up on Project 2025, I need you guys to do so too. This is very, very rich. And this doesn't take away the First Amendment right to terminate the Constitution, as I'm doing right now. My goodness. Make sure you guys are out here letting your voices be heard, because me being the host of this platform, my voice can be taken away from me, and you guys won't get any information or anything just from him terminating the Constitution. So I would be jailed or in prison, and dictators do that. Putin has done it, and Kim Jong Un has done it. So that's enough on the political side, because I've been covering it and letting you guys know how dangerous he is. But get out and vote. Kamala Harris, Harris Walls. Now, the next debate is October 1st, and that's Tim Walz and JD Vance. So make sure you guys please get out there and let your voices be heard. It's imperative. Now, next, we have New York Fashion Week. Andre, your thoughts, because we've had so many designers from Laquan Smith to Michael Kors, who just recently did their show not too long ago. We've also had, who else did a show? Um, it's so many designers. I'm loving the mullet girl. Thank you. Thank you. Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton was my hair inspiration. And I looked at a picture of her and I said, okay, I want to try something different because throughout this week I started with a different hair color, it was a different shade of blonde. So I'm having so much fun. You know, it's New York Fashion Week, so I told you guys that I've got some tricks up my sleeve. It might be another color tomorrow, so who knows? I like to change it up. But we've had so many designers from this week, from Michael Kors to Laquan Smith to who else did a show this week? Tommy Hilfiger had Wu Tang actually on the after show performing on the boat. So I mean, we've had some great shows. What are your thoughts about New York Fashion Week, the designs that are coming down the runway, Andre?
I love it. I think it's absolutely fabulous. I think they do a great job each and every year. And I'm always so inspired by them, by the models' bodies and physiques. And I'm also always so inspired by the high fashion couture. And I really love Solange's son is a model. I think his name is Jewels. I
Yeah,
love him. He's fabulous.
his eyes. He's beautiful to look at. He's like a walking masterpiece.
Pretty
And
much.
not only that, but Sergio Hudson's show was great too. It was full of vibrant pops of color, which is why I wore this plum color because I would typically tend to stay in the blue family. But I said for the fall, it is time to go deeper. Hi, Dame. Dame is coming back on the show next month. And we're going to dish on fall healthcare because it's imperative that we stay in tune and intact with our health for the fall winter months because the months are going to get cooler. For now, it's still hot, but the months are going to get cooler. They're already laying out fashion for spring, summer 2025. And that's what the majority of the shows have been, spring, summer 2025. Now, one of my favorite shows would have to be the Sergio Hudson show. Another one would have to be Laquan Smith. Laquan Smith brought urban, high fashion. Mary J. Blige was front row at the show. You had Camila Cabello. She was front row at the show. So it was everything. How he played with latex and how he played with cutouts and how he also played with different plunging necklines, which I thought was very, very sexy. So this fall season, you can see a lot of tailoring done a modernized way. Of course, the structured shoulders, which is why I've mentioned what Kamala Harris wore and what Lindsay, the moderator, wore as well too. You're going to see a lot of structured shoulders because if you go back to the 80s, what were they known for? Extra exaggerated shoulder padding. So you can't help but think of it. It's like fashion history is repeating itself. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else is coming out on the runway as Haute Couture Week approaches. And then you've got London Fashion, which is what I'm also looking forward to as well too. So I can't wait. Again, you're going to see a lot of tailoring done right. And as Andre mentioned, Solange's son Jules took the runway at New York Fashion Week as well too. Absolutely killed it. So if you guys haven't seen it, I've been posting throughout the week as well too. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, we covered New York Fashion Week. What has Andre been up to? Because I'm pretty sure you've got some stuff up your sleeve.
You know what? I haven't been up to too much, Stevie. I just wrapped up Greatest Prison Escapes on History Channel. Yes, that came out in July, and it seemed like it had a really positive response. I had a really fun time working on it. And now that that's over, September is here. So we are looking towards the fall award season. And I just hope to be included in some of that. And we'll kind of see where all of it goes. But
And
you're not wrong, Miss Stevie. I do have a couple of tricks up my sleeve for the winter months. So
right.
everyone will just have to be patient, including myself, um, because I just want to give everything away right away, all at the same time. But I truly have to pace myself. I have to wait for the right time. Like I mentioned, I do have a surprise project coming out in the winter months that has actually been a year in the making. So I'm excited.
And I can't wait. And it's so crazy you mentioned the war season. We just dishing on all the topics of what's been going on because there's been so much going on throughout the week. I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you guys that today is also makes marks 23 years since 9/11. So my heart goes to all of the fallen soldiers, anybody who's lost someone during that September 11th, the 11th attack on the World Trade Center. That will never be forgotten. And we also lost a music icon this week. Frankie Beverly from Maze and Frankie Beverly has passed away, unfortunately. So I wanted to start the show off with something positive, but I didn't know how I was going to put it in. But again, my condolences goes to the family of Maze from no Frankie Beverly from Maze and Frankie Beverly. To my heart goes to the ones who lost someone in 9/11. Also, you've mentioned award season. So Angela Bassett took home her Emmy. Did y'all see that? Amazing, amazing, and long overdue. She looked amazing, and she's queen. So I can't wait to see what else she's working on this season. Long overdue because she's a pioneer. She's been in the game for a long time. Andre, what are your thoughts?
L- uh, you said it. Long overdue. Long overdue. This woman should have had these awards in the 90s. And she still needs her Oscar.
Yes, but wait, they gave her an honorary Oscar now. But
Yes, but she
definitely,
deserved to win for playing Katherine Jackson,
oh
Michael Jackson's
yeah,
mother in American Dream. She deserved to win for What's Love Got to Do with It when she
right.
played Tina Turner. She also
Oh,
deserved to win when she played Waiting to Exhale.
Oh, thank you. And you know that's one of my favorite movies. I am a Whitney fan. Y'all know I'm a Whitney fan, and that is one of my favorite movies. So if you ask me what's my favorite movie, is either that one or Waiting to Exhale or The Devil Wears Prada, which they're bringing back a sequel to. So I'm pretty excited to see the cast reunited on stage at one of the award shows. So I can't wait to see Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep, and I think it's Emily Blunt, all of them together in the sequel for this movie. But she deserves everything. And my girl Sunshine in the comments just said it. Yes, long overdue. She wore Tina Turner out, and I remember her saying in an interview that if you go and you look at her body still looks the same. Like Angela stays in the gym. And I mean, she said it was strenuous training to get in character to portray the queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner. So she wore her out. And the same for Waiting to Exhale. She said it was very cathartic for her going to a place, the closet scene where she's going and she's taking all y'all know. If you know, you know it's a meme now. But she said even for that, she was channeling her mother. So it took a lot out of her because it was very dark. It was very cathartic. And she got to tap into all of that when portraying Bernadine and Waiting to Exhale. So she's playing all of these heroic women. And it is long overdue that she has received her Oscar. So I agree with Andre. So what else do we have going on, Fashion Dolls? Taylor Swift has endorsed Kamala Harris. So I'm excited. Go ahead, Taylor. Like I said, he's threatened her and it lets you know where she stands. We're waiting on Usher, Beyonce, Janet, Janelle Monae. Where do you guys stand on it? Well, we got 54 days left. Everybody's all tapped in for Kamala Harris. I know I've been tapped in for my whole family is voting for her. So make sure that you encourage your people. It's either two choices because there is no independent or libertarian candidate at all. I mean, RFK literally sued in North Carolina to get his name taken off the ballot. So they had to delay the mail in ballots. So I need you guys to really take this in consideration. You have two choices, and I'm not going to call names. You have autocracy or democracy. Those are the two very clear present paths for anybody who's an unlikely voter. Just let them know about Project 2025. You don't have to show them the whole 922 pages. That's why they wrote it that way, because we wouldn't be able to understand everything that's going into it. But we understand once it's been broke down. So this is real, y'all. This is for our futures. This is for everything. I want to be able to give you guys the news independently, unapologetically, the way I'm doing it now. And under a dictatorship, journalists are repressed. They're either losing their lives. Some have received death threats. I know Angela Rye has received a death threat. And she announced that on the Breakfast Club. It's dangerous times that we're living in right now from me hosting this platform. And I'm in a red state. So he's already talking about locking up Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, anybody who is critical of him or pokes fun at him. He doesn't like it. So even me, you're gonna lock me up. You're gonna lock T.S. Madison up. You're gonna lock Craig up. You're gonna lock Roland Martin up. Are you gonna lock the host of the Wall Street Journal or anybody else up that has an opposing view? It is dangerous, and we want to be able to give you guys the news independently, unapologetically. It's in the Constitution, the First Amendment right that we have freedom of speech. And under a dictatorship, even if you're on the opposing side, Republican, moderate, independent, whoever, your voice will be muted and silenced. So if you don't bow down and kiss the ring under a dictatorship, your voice won't be heard. You will be suppressed. Even Candace Owens, yep, ban her passport. Yep, she will be affected too. She will be affected too. Project 2025, it doesn't discriminate. It's coming for each and every one of us. And this is very, very real. Hear me when I say this. If this is implemented, he will take away everything. For instance, if you have a family member who is on life support, they will be affected by it too. If they are Medicaid or SSI or served in the military, like I said, my dad served in the military, my brother and my uncle. So we've seen how he views people who served in the military. He called them losers and suckers. It's imperative that we get out here and let our voices be heard. Kamala is not trying to be a dictator. I can tell you that now. Trump is, because he admitted it last night on stage at that debate that he is good friends with Putin. She said Putin would eat you for lunch. That was iconic right there. And not only that, but what else did she say on that stage? She says, "You're not running against Joe Biden. You're running against me," because he seems to tend to forget who he's running against. But again, pay attention to that when you go back and y'all look at those highlights. He couldn't even look at her. See how I'm looking at Andre right now? Body language says everything. That's not somebody I would vote for. Because if you're not looking me in my eyes as we're having a conversation right now, that lets me know that I can't trust you. So take those things into consideration when you guys are going to the polls. He doesn't care about you. He's already stated that in Nevada. He says he just cares about your vote. So that means if you were on fire, Donald Trump wouldn't even piss on you. So that's all I got right there, Fashion Dolls. I want to see if Kamala is going to try to help stop the. Yes, she's calling for a ceasefire. And on that, Sunshine, he's been tampering with it. He's been contacting Netanyahu. He's been contacting Netanyahu behind the scenes. There's literally a picture of these two cuddled up. See, he loves dictators and prime ministers for some reason. For some odd reason, he loves dictators. From Kim Jong Un to Putin, and he cozies up next to them. So he said, I talked to Kim Jong Un on the phone. Yeah, Donald Trump has been tampering behind the scenes with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris getting a ceasefire for Gaza and Palestine. It's still free Palestine over here. I hadn't forgotten. But he has been tampering with it behind the scenes. He has been contacting Benjamin Netanyahu. And then when asked what he would do about that, he said, finish him. That's what he said. It's on C-SPAN. So Trump is not going to do anything. Those people in Palestine and Gaza, and even with the shooting that happened in Georgia, he's not going to do anything about it. J.D. Vance is another. I don't trust J.D. Vance either. So, yeah, a lot to think about when you
Yeah.
go to those polls. Again, one vote can be your last vote forever, and you will never vote again. And he's already stated that. Not telling you who to vote for, but a dictatorship will change all of our lives forever. Go all the
Yep.
way back to the 1930s to Adolf Hitler. And we've seen how Hitler has ran not, what is it, Germany, Nazi Germany. So it's real. It can change our lives forever. You'll never see me host this platform again if we're under a dictatorship because I'm going to be limited and I can't talk about it. So, yeah, I'm putting my life on the line, putting myself in dangerous way to give you guys the truth. That's how serious it is. What's that the guy I DM'd you about on your show before? Which one? Oh no, no. I think that was somebody else. I've had so many guests on my show, so many guests on my show. But yeah, this is real. This election is critical, you guys. They also want to ban the Board of Education as well too. They've already started banning books in Florida, so they feel as though it's a gender ideology. In Project 2025, someone who was considered transgender would be labeled under pornography. Yeah, it's in Project 2025. That's why I told y'all have to read and look it up. So I would be considered as pornography or dangerous. This is real. And the trans aliens comment last night that he made at debate, it's crazy. Yeah,
Insensitive.
queer people are in danger. Our lives are in danger. Black people, we are in danger if Project 2025 is implemented. So the only way to go is Kamala Harris and not JD Vance, Tim Walz.
Yeah.
Kamala and Tim. That's the only way to prevent a dictatorship. I posted an article from the Washington Post from, I think his name is Robert Kagan. He said how to avoid a Trump dictatorship. And he predicted this back in 2023. So you might want to go and take a read at that. I've been giving you guys information. I might not be able to give it to you again because, again, journalists, we are putting ourselves on the line. This is very real. I haven't received any threats yet. I haven't, but I've had to argue with a few MAGA trolls. I got enough smoke for them. Oh, he tried to claim that he didn't know anything about it. He knows about Project 2025. He knows about it. Love the look, Stevie. Thank you, Vontae. And by the way, Vontae's EP Got Love drops this Friday, September 13th. Make sure you guys please go and check it out. He's already dropped snippets and teasers out, so make sure you guys go and check him out. And Vontae's been on the show, and we touched on the new agenda that is coming out with Project 2025. He knows about it, so don't believe the hype, y'all. He knows about it. And then the guy that's in charge of it said, "Why don't you fire your team?" We know about it. It's out in the open. The American people know about it. Like she said last night on stage, was a mic drop. 81 million Americans fired you. We did. We're not going back to this. We've had 4 years of you. We survived the Trump presidency, so we know what's at stake. And if you are a woman, I hate to be politically incorrect, but your uterus is on the ballot, literally. And in North Carolina, the lieutenant governor who caught sneaking back doors in a porno shop, he used to go to a porno shop. Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, he was ducking and dodging those questions. He is a MAGA loyalist and a black Trump supporter. So he said abortions to be on ground zero. Yeah, he said that. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. These are the dark times that we're living in. So I need y'all to get out there and vote Harris Walz. Harris Walz 2024. That is the only way out of a Trump presidency. Not only that, but his sentencing has been pushed back to November 26th. Now, the judge that is supposed to be handling, Judge Merchan, who is supposed to be handling this case, has also been receiving death threats as well, too. This is real. People's lives are in danger, and I'm literally putting my life on the line to give y'all this information. So even if you donated money, he said he's coming after you. If you donated money to Kamala Harris, he's coming after you. Journalists or anybody, Republicans that are against him, he's coming after them too. So hear me when I say, share this with a Trump supporting or an undecided or an unlikely voting family member or friend of yours. Share this and let them know that this is very real. So yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it because Trump doesn't put no fear in me, and shouldn't put no fear in anybody else. You are a 78-year-old bully, and you literally got checked last night. And she wants a round two. She said, I'm not through with the smoke yet. Let me come on over and pull this toupee over to the side right here. She wants to do another debate with him. Yeah. I think she mopped the floor with him enough. Like Andre said in the beginning, I think she mopped the floor with him personally. She said, you are a disgrace. She looked at him and she said, military officials, they have told me that you are a disgrace. You are a tyrant. You are a strong man. A strong man is a dictator. Putin, Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin. And Mussolini was Hitler's right hand man. So if he passes, guess who it goes to? The dictatorship would possibly go to. It would go to J.D. Vance. So we can't make this stuff up. It's either democracy or autocracy. Take it serious, y'all. So enough about politics. We're going to have some fun. Again, what else are you guys looking forward to this upcoming season? Because I know they have a campaign tomorrow, I think in North Carolina. Again, we got to get up here and get active, get our feet to the polls. I've posted, if you're in South Carolina, early absentee registration deadlines, all of that and so much more is pinned on my profile. So if you guys need it. What else? We've got New York Fashion Week. We've got London Fashion Week. Andre's projects are coming out. Oh, we have a girl group coming on the show next month, y'all. So I'm excited about that. Definitely. There's this infamous prophet that went live after the debate named Prophet Foy. And he basically said if Kamala wins, we will regret voting for her. I think that's Trump. I think we will regret voting. If you vote for Trump, we will regret voting for him. Yeah, because he's already, we've seen what a Trump presidency would look like 4 years. And the evangelicals have come out and support Kamala Harris. Over 200 Republicans have come out and endorsed her. And Taylor Swift. It's a question mark on, like I said, the bigger names, other bigger names like Usher, Beyonce, Janet Jackson, Janelle Monáe, Victoria Monet. Where all do y'all stand on it? Erykah Badu, we're calling on you. Now's the time more than ever. I know Taraji P. Henson is tapped in. She touched on Project 2025. I touched on it. Kerry Washington touched on it. Kenan Thompson at the DNC broke it down chapter by chapter in his own funny way. Who else touched on it? They even touched on it on the Daily Show. So this is real, y'all. Project 2025 is not a scare tactic. And if you are a woman, you will deeply be impacted by it. And right now, as I'm doing this conversation with Andre, women are literally bleeding out, having to go to other countries and other cities because there is a Trump-wide abortion ban. That's how real it is. They're being turned away from hospitals, bleeding out in the parking lot because of a Trump abortion ban. And then he bragged about overturning Roe versus Wade. So, yeah. Yes, we need, and it's been 235 years since a woman has been president. Can y'all believe that? Since Shirley Chisholm ran, and then it was Fannie Lou Hamer when she made her speech. Around the time the DNC was going on, she said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So these two black women never got the chance to see the light of day. And I think it's time to give a woman a shot as president. 235 years, all of our presidents have been men. You'll still have your freedom, fellas. So put your misogyny and patriarchy to the side. Because under Trump, under a dictatorship, you can't do squat. You can't do squat. But yeah, I agree with what Sunshine said. And yes, a girl group. Yes. We have a girl group coming on the show next month. Next week, we have one of the cast members from Sister Act 2 coming on. I can't give it away just yet. We have been talking. He's coming on the show next week, so I'm excited. We have a great lineup, as well as the rest of this month. We have so many great things in store. You guys have to stay tuned for what we have coming up here on Style by Stevie. But other than that, Andre, what are some words you would give to people on this upcoming election season who are like undecided or unlikely? What would you give to them? Any advice or pointers?
I would just say, use your mind, use your heart, and do your research. Know who you're putting in the office, know what they stand for, and make sure that your values align with them. Because at the end of the day, you want to vote for your individual party, whether it be Republican or Democrat, and you just can only base it off of the choices you have. So just do your research, guys, and vote educatedly.
What Andre just said. That is important that you do your research on each candidate. Kamala Harris has laid out her policy, but he was asked what was his plan. He said, I got a concept of a plan. I got me an ink pen. I said, let me write this bitch down right now. I got a concept. I have a concept for Style by Stevie of a plan. So that's not giving the American people what you plan to do. He's not going to tell you because he's already got it laid out, like she said in Project 2025. That's his plan. That's an authoritarian, right wing, white nationalist agenda to set us back to like the 1800s and the 1960s, where women, queer people, and black people did not have a voice. Our voices were repressed. Queer people were told to stay in the closet. So now they dress it up as a manifesto because they don't think that the American people would catch on to it. We're not crazy and dumb as you think we are. We catch it. Y'all trying to take us back. Y'all trying to turn back the hands of time and undo everything that's been put in place. We want to move forward. I want to close the chapter on it. And as Hakeem Jeffries would say, Trump is like the bad boyfriend that just will not take no for an answer or go away. And the only way we can get rid of this boyfriend that just won't go away is to head to those ballot boxes November 5th, Fashion Dolls. I promise you, in large numbers, because right now they are neck and neck. And I think after the debate, it's giving her a boost in the polls. Because what we saw last night on that stage was racism, sexism, dog whistles to his base to get them amped up. Because he's already laying down the groundwork. He's already calling for political violence. So this is very serious and it's alarming. But I'm gonna keep giving you guys the news, like I said here, giving you guys updates and the truth, because the American people need to know the truth and not be disinformed with disinformation or misinformation from it. So that's all I got, Fashion Dolls. And before we close out, Andre, it was great catching up with you. What are some other words that you would give to people during these times? Because you suffered loss this year, so many things. What are some gems of encouragement that you would give to people?
I would just say stay strong mentally, physically, spiritually. Make sure you meditate, sleep enough, and drink plenty of water, and just go into it with a healthy mindset and know that things are not perfect and things will never be perfect, but we always want to try our best to strive for that.
Absolutely, absolutely, Fashion Dolls. And today's final thought comes from George Orwell. And he says, in a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. And this just goes what I said, putting yourself on the line. Don't be afraid. Speak your truth because we all have a voice and an opinion. Whether it's in a journal, whether it's in a song, tell people the truth. Tell people how you truly feel in this time. Because our voices can't be repressed. And we, the American people, have spoken. So be bold, be unapologetic, take chances, take risks, whether it may be in your career. It can be scary. So exactly that part. Drink water, stay hydrated, and I'm glad Andre said the other part. Do not lose sleep because my girl Carolyn, who came on the show Monday, Carolyn Jones, she came on and she's a holistic healer, and she said, "Girl, you out here losing sleep because I have." But I know I look like I've got a bunch of sleep, but I've been staying up because these polls, checking out the polls, they're like, girl, stop checking out the polls. They're gonna drive you crazy.
Yep.
So I've stopped doing that. That's why I came on and I'm so relaxed today and I'm happy after watching the debate last night and her finishing Trump. And I mean him just taking the licks. She was just, like when your mama beat you with the belt, like she was just letting him have it. I love it so much. Michael Steele, who is a Republican, said he got his ass spanked last night at the debate. I love it so much. I love it. It's satisfying to me. But we got to do our part. We have 4 days until this election. Get out and get registered to vote Harris Walls 2024 and avoid dictatorship and autocracy. And that's all I have, Fashion Dolls. So, Andre, where can everyone check you out?
You guys can check me out on my brand new website at andrebellos.com. I have all my socials listed there: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat. Follow me, I'll follow you back. And it's just my name, one word, Andre Bellos, AndreBellos. Thank you so much, Miss Stevie, for having me on. And I want to tell the fashion dolls to go after their dreams because I'm living proof that dreams come true.
Absolutely. And if you're interested in starting a business, it goes back to what Andre said, go after your dreams. I tell you all the time, go after what sets your soul on fire. So y'all remember that. And vote Harris Walls all up and down, blue all up and down the ballot. I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Joining me, we have, I call him the male Sade. We have Phil Loft joining me tomorrow, Fashion Dolls. Y'all take care, and I will see y'all tomorrow.